YouTubers, I'm back. It has been a long time, but I've been busy. I have no excuse. So, okay, I am doing this video because it's been a year since I started my first job as a lawyer, a licensed attorney, and I'm a prosecutor. So I'm going to tell you a few after school like tips and tricks, things that, I don't know, heads up, okay? I'm telling you this from public side. So if you're going to a firm, some of this is slightly different for you, but this is like government entity. So as far as government entity goes, I know that public defenders get paid, very little compared to the hard work that they do. But I'm a prosecutor, and as far as government work goes, public service, we actually make more than like public defenders, circuit attorneys. So this is the highest entry level job I can get doing public service, unless I go for the feds, which is unlikely. So I feel good knowing that I still get to do my public service like I wanted to do, but I'm not making less. I wish I was making, I wish I could afford to make less, because the public defender's office is great experience, and there are other offices that have great experience, but I cannot afford that. Okay, so the benefits are, health benefits and stuff like that is always good with the government. Unless maybe if you're in Illinois, I don't know. Y'all are having a tough time. I mean, but work-life balance is good because you work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and that's it. There is really nothing you should be taking home. So, this is specifically for my office, but it's, public defenders, I think they do a lot more. They're a lot busier. But from the prosecutor side, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. That's it. I couldn't take my work home if I wanted to because I don't have the system set up here. So, which brings me to work-life balance, which makes it easier for you to have a great work-life balance. You don't have to meet billables. You don't have to go in on Sunday. If there was a holiday that some people got off for, you can take it off and not worry about, I'm not going to bill those hours. That sucks. I have to go in and make it up, blah, blah, blah. You don't have any of that. When you take off for a whole week of vacation, it's not like crazy, like what the heck. And on top of that, it's very good to me to get, because it helps you get involved. Because number one, for example, my job paid for the Missouri Bar, the renewal license fee. So like every year you have to pay your dues. They call them something else now. But anyway, because I guess it's a government entity, they pay for that. And anytime I say like I'm gonna go do something for the Missouri Bar, or I'm doing something that involves the bar association, maybe it's just my boss, but my job is very pro involvement. So it helps me, like I don't necessarily have to, take vacation or something like that, you know what I mean? Because it's a part of my license, I guess. Which brings me to getting involved. So this is your first year out. You just got out of law school. You just finished the bar. Great. You have a job. Even if you don't have a job, get involved. Why? Because if you law students are watching this, you should get involved in not just your little organizations in your school. Get involved in the organizations that's within that community, because usually the membership dues are $0 for students, or like $10. Obviously, I'm not speaking on like a complete blanket statement for everything and everywhere, But you should get involved in that community, the community organization, because they knew you as a student. So then when you graduate, you just kind of slide in and it's like, hey, I'm a lawyer now, you know. But you know these people, you get to know these people, and you kind of see the same people in different arenas, which is great. Because I think everywhere you go, the legal community is small in that area, you know. So get involved in everything your first year, the first year that you pass the bar, because all of your dues are usually free. So you don't have to pay anything for these memberships. The reason you need to do that is because when you join these organizations, you'll get to go to meetings, you'll get to see what they're about, you get to see how they operate, what they focus on, where you can be of value, and if it's something that's going to be of value to you, for free. Because once that 1 year is done, that's it. You got to start paying dues. And unless you're a baller, I don't recommend just paying dues to everybody. I recommend picking 2 to 3 to commit to, because, for example, if fees are $150 to join, for this one, $65 for this one, $25 for this one, $85, you know, those fees start adding up, and you've not been paying attention to that and saving up for a whole year. So you need to pick 3, pay those dues, and then choose those 3 organizations and become not just a member. I do not recommend just coming in, joining everything, and being a member. But actually finding a way to get on some committees, get involved, see can you help somewhere, seek a committee chair, and even if you can't get on the committee and it's too late, see if you can help with some kind of, I don't know, seminar they're putting on, or the Christmas party, something like that. Don't be that person that gets in everything and does nothing. That's not going to help you. You might as well not have joined anything. Also, don't be the person to get involved and get committed in way too much. That's why I say 2 to 3, and then you sincerely dedicate yourself to that, because your reputation plummets. And in this field, reputation is everything. But your reputation plummets when you get involved and you commit to these things, and then you start being like more than just a member, and then you drop the ball on like 1 or 2 things here and there, like that looks bad, and you've overcommitted yourself, and it just was not a great or smart decision on your behalf. So adding to that, you need to get involved, because you're getting to know people, but you're getting like activities, you're getting out. You're not just going like, okay, now I'm a lawyer, I'm going to work, and that's it. You're getting invited, like knowledge of happy hours, so on and so forth. It kind of helps your social life. And things like create your goals now. And everybody knows, if you've been watching my videos, I am a planner, but it works. So, I think that, speaking of planning, I'm going to do a video about that, me and my planning goals and budgeting and all that other kind of stuff. So stay tuned for that one too. So for example, if your goal is to become a judge, some of you are really near. For example, the requirement in Missouri is, number 1, you have to be 30. Some of them don't necessarily, first you want to look up, what are the requirements? What is my goal? I want to be a sitting judge. Okay, what are the requirements to be a judge? 30, 2 years of experience, I don't know, just stuff like that. So then you have to think, okay, 30, that's just age, whenever I get there. And then 2 years of experience. If you're 29, okay, well, I won't be a judge until, I can't apply to be a judge at least until I'm 32, because I got to get that 2 years of experience. Well, what experience? You want to make sure you're getting good experience, not doc review for 2 years. And I'm not saying like, oh yeah, you do this and you actually got a good shot at being a judge in 2 years. I'm not saying that. I'm saying apply, get your goals started early, apply so that you know the process the first time. And then this, you might have to apply the next year. But now you know the process and you know the interview questions and you know how they, look at you and some things that you have to do. It gets your name on on people's radar. If you want to become a judge and you're like, okay, I'm going to wait 5 years and in 10 years or 8 years I want to become a judge, like, you waited 5 years and you've been practicing for 5 years and then you're just now getting involved because you want to be and then all of a sudden we start seeing your name because you want to be a judge. It looks obvious and that was poor planning and you should have gotten started on this earlier. So just remember that was just an example, like you want to be a judge. But as far as goals go, list out your goals. If you don't know your goals, then that's fine. Just list out some things that you want to have accomplished. Like, I want to be making this much. Sometimes it's easier said than done. But that might mean, you're at a government job, you're networking and you're joining committees of people that are not, I'm a prosecutor, so I'm joining committees for defense lawyers or small solo firm lawyers, something like that, because I'm getting to know people outside of my realm and also people that I want to be a small firm, so I'm getting to know them and they can help me. For example, I don't want to do that, but I'm just saying. Oh my gosh, taxes, freaking nightmare. So it wasn't too bad, but remember all the stuff that you're paying for. Remember all the stuff that you're paying for your license, things like that, because those could be tax deductible. I don't know. Like, taxation was like not a fun class, and I don't know anything about that. So you might want to ask. But just that first year when you get out of law school, make sure you keep your receipts, keep track of that kind of stuff, so that when you do your taxes, this is your first year filing taxes. Some of you, your first year filing taxes with a real job. Some of you, your first year filing taxes with like a more pay, or like more pay plus I had to pay like bar dues and some other stuff for my job, so keep that in mind. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is after school and debt. So after school, you want to make sure while you're in law school, you are not getting credit cards. I know it's hard, but picture walking out of law school with just, insurance, bills like that, not a car payment. Oh, that's a bad decision, but whatever. That's another story. Bills like rent and insurance, inevitable, right? And then your student loans, because don't forget about those student loans. They are going to hit. And if you go private, they are going to hit hard. If you go public, they're still going to hit. They're not going to hit as hard, but they're still going to hit. And, it's still an expense that you are like not paying yourself. So your list, your paycheck is here. Your list of people that you're paying from your paycheck should be short. It should be your bills and student loan, and that's it. Don't make it more, because then that's less money over here. And for those of you that are like, I want to get this experience, but I can't afford to, blah, 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 make this kind of money, that stops you. That kind of stuff stops you, like having to pay cards off and having to do this. It stops you from being able to get experience like the PD's office, public defender's office, because you have to make so much to cover these bills. Obviously, it's a little different, like if you have a family and all that other stuff. But I'm just saying, minimize your life so when you get out of school, then you are making the best of your paycheck. And a lot of it is going to you because you've earned that. But you haven't earned a thing if you walk out of there with credit card debt and stuff like that you have to now fix. Also, as far as debt goes, There was one other thing I was going to say. Oh, okay. So when you get out of law school and you have, obviously you can do, you can talk to your loan company and do like deferrals and stuff like that. But just make sure you're keeping track of those timelines that you have to pay like certain loans back, not the Fed loans, because that's whatever, they'll contact you, but like make sure you're keeping track, like for example a private loan, that it may not be the same thing as Fed loan. It may not start in 6 months, it may start in 3 months. So keep your eye on that kind of stuff. Remember that kind of stuff is coming up. And if you have any questions about like how in detail, how has my first year been doing ABC or working with ABC, I don't know, leave them in the comments. Of course, I will answer them or do a video on that. I'm still taking schedules if you want to send them to me. I had somebody message me on Instagram and send me her schedule, but I couldn't open it and I didn't hear back from her. So if you're watching this, send it back to me. I messaged you and I didn't hear back and I didn't get it back. But I will be able to check over your schedules to kind of help you out with planning if you want help on that. As always, good luck on your journeys. Let me know if you have any questions. I do not mind answering them. And thank you for watching. Good day to you.